Hello, good morning, everyone. This is Apologies Mbonte from the Divine Ministry of Reconciliation. Today, we are going to treat part three of Martin Luther and the Church, and this will be the conclusion. Actually, we'll give some explanation. What really happened? Okay, Martin Luther was a priest of the Catholic Church and a professor in a university. So at that time, Pope Leo X was struggling to build St. Peter Basilica in Rome. Okay, there is this theological and biblical practice of the church that is called indulgence. And what is indulgence? Indulgence is a situation or an act whereby somebody will do something after sinning. It's like, let me say, uh, restitution. After, if a thief is caught, what he stole will be collected from him, but he will still going to pay the penalty of stealing that thing. And again, it is like a scar on the body. When you wound yourself, if the wound got finished, the scar will be there. So to deal away with that scar, because it's an evidence of sin, you have to do restitution. You have to do what is indulgence. So in this indulgence, before, it was like you do a prayer. They'll ask you to do a prayer, like say Our Father or some Hail Mary, and you can, if you committed if the sin is very, very grave, you go as far as going on pilgrimage, visits on holy site. There comes a situation whereby people have to do donation in the church. You see, there are people who have given their land, their buildings for church, others will give money. It become like a normal, something very, very normal. Okay. So then, since Pope Leo needed this donation to build St. Peter Basilica, he commissioned one man called Johann Tetzel as the commissioner in Germany for this indulgence. Okay. That is, all those who feel that they have sinned, and though they have confessed their sin, but they still need to do something, they can give alms to the church. But this is what I said earlier, that like people abusing power, you see. So I will read what the historians wrote according to what Tezel did. Tezel liberally preached the indulgence over promising remissions of sin. Okay? So he extending it include even future sin. See what Tezel did here. He says, even you are sin, if you give money now, even the sin that you are going to commit in the future will be forgiven. Or if future sins, one that has not been committed, rather than sin that have been or had already been repented of and confessed. You see, that is the state, the church state, you see those things that have already been repented of and confessed. But Tezel says, even the future sins will be forgiven. Then he goes on and even go as far as carrying out a phrase of indulgence. He says, as soon as a coin in the coffer rings, the soul from purgatory spring. You see what Tezel did? And this is exactly what Martin Luther criticized the action of Tezel, Johann Tezel. He criticized the act of indulgence. Okay. Then now, today, what are the followers of Martin Luther doing? Exactly what all those leaders in the church did before, that abuse the power in the church. The accumulations of wealth through leaders, the act of selling indulgence, we'll come back to that, the corruptions and immorality in the church, the practice of selling church position, and back to the act of indulgence. If Martin Luther could criticize that act of indulgence and also trying to state that it is not biblical, One big question is, what are his followers doing today? What did Martin Luther himself did? Because the Lutheran church that he built, the Bible that he translated, he collected donations from his followers. One. And today, we have pastors, leaders, men of God, so-called prophets, who have become gate men for heaven. They even charge gate fees before their followers to enter heaven. And they call it tithe. Some go as far as saying, if you don't pay your tithe, you will not enter heaven. I mean, they are doing even worse than what the church did before. Not even the church as a whole. I mean, some few followers or few clerics in the church did. Now, the church of nowadays, they are doing even worse than what Martin Luther criticized. And these are the pillar of Protestantism. And if this pillar could be worse than even what the church was before, why are people still Protestant? That is why I'm encouraging everyone, go and study your faith. The materials are there online. Go and study your faith. Study your faith, read the Bible. Is going to save you, save your family, and is going to save soul. Because today, there are pastors, prophets, who says if you don't pay tithe, you will not enter heaven. They say it categorically clear. But the Catholic Church has never said something like that. No pope has ever done that. And if any pope has tried to do it, the world will never hear the end of it. Oh, Catholic Church have done this, oh, pope did this, have done that. But no pope has ever said, if you don't pay tithe, you will never enter heaven. So, African, wise up. We have been exploited. We have been scammed from the beginning. The church has never scammed us, but people in the church, some people in the church, has taken upon them to destroy Africa and Africa's relation with the church. The church that came out of Africa, now Africa has been left out of the church. And there are people who have taken advantage to put more misery on Africa. So, brother and sister, share this video and study for yourself and be wise. God bless you.